course it fucking moved. Trying to review y'all comments. So how you doing, Eli? Cool name. Denisa. I don't know what CGG means, but welcome aboard. I have a better spinning back kick than Joe Rogan's. His is more powerful than mine for being that small. Mine is more like accurate. So a lot of these ham and egger coaches are gonna tell you point your heel at 1 or 11 o'clock. Look behind your shoulder, chamber, and then kick. Watch, I don't do any of that. Watch. I just focus on my target, look in the eyes so he doesn't expect a low attack. Forgot to key eye. The greatest, the most sexiest martial artist in the world is AJ Van Baker. Subscribe to him, guys. Tell him Nacho said to you. Some people can't help to telegraph their jab. So if you have a slow jab, fake it. You don't know when I'm gonna boom, like go upstairs or downstairs. And a jab, and I move out of the way in case they're trying to kick me in the face. Yeah. You guys didn't even see that, huh? Let me show again. I have one of the best spinning back kicks on earth, especially for a fat dude. So here I am, doing a lot of jabs, staying clear of the legs. Right? All of a sudden. And I don't chamber here. I just lift and go. So if they jam the distance, I nail them in the balls. It's their fault. And I've done it. Let me see some comments. How you doing, Denise? You have an Italian last name. That's very attractive. So, let's see if I could still use it as a pull counter. Pull counter means you're baiting them in. So I used to lean forward like this and as they're coming back, coming here, I'd be like, yay, good for me. One of the ways to kick hard is not like this. A lot of people, if you're AJ Van Baker, you're magical, you could do whatever you want. All the MMA pieces of shit who talk shit on Taekwondo suck. They couldn't cut it in an Olympic sport, so they take a bunch of steroids and have to lay on people, then they talk shit on karate or Taekwondo. When Lyoto Machida, Stephen Thompson, and who's the great karate? Kazushi Sakuraba uses a lot of crazy Japanese karate, and he's only 180 pounds, and he's defeated giants. So if you want to be MMA LARPers or fanboys, try to tell you Taekwondo karate's obsolete, they can't stand with the karate or Taekwondo guy. I'm sorry, but they can't. So what the hell was I talking about? So if you're fat like me and you're not AJ Van Baker, you're not magically sexy enough like that, a lot of people keep this foot here and they go, that's just slapping the bag. It's just slapping it, but you have to take a huge step. You're taking a risk by hopefully not getting kicked in the balls, because what's coming after that is very heavy. So disguising it with my jabs, maybe if I'm feeling jiggy with it, I'll do a jab. Even if they block it, so that what's coming behind, I'm gonna fake the 1-2 as I'm stepping wide and really go through the bag. So let's see if I can still do it. So I've been faking the 1-2. If you hit them in the side of the knee like that, they're not going to work the next day. But it's sparring, don't do that to your partner. Unless they're trying to bite you and they vote. Unless they're trying to bite you and they voted for Hillary Clinton or something, then you could do it. Because, anyways. So I'm gonna do a jab. Stick outside for a set. Getting pretty close, so hopefully I don't kick in the face, but hopefully they're gonna bait them to come forward. Well, I did hit it. I hit it like right here. That's like their pubic bone or their groin. So if they jam, they come close, they're still gonna get hit. But anyways. And I aimed that shit really low. Another move I wouldn't do to a sparring partner. Let's see if the knee, a little bit higher than my knee. So we'll aim for right here. So my little idea was to fake a jab at nothing on purpose. So do it like this. So you're gonna outflank them, and that will cave in the side of their knee, like and shit. But that's really evil. I'm not trying to kill anybody unless they're really bad. So come here, keep circling this way. See what their reaction is. If all they do is go like this, That would be my cue to think. So basically spinning side to kick the guy. Yeah, in the back and the side of the knee. That's pretty bad. I asked the 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo, how do you land those spinning kicks? And he said, you keep like juking forward with something and move it back, in and out, in and out, in and out. So when they come after you, I'm too fat to do a jumping spinning kick here because if I fall down, it'll hurt like shit. I don't have the adrenaline to take that kind of shit right now. But yeah, by the way, that's how you can land a spinning back fist, guys. I would recommend it. My phone's mirrored, but this is actually right-handed. My left hand is here. Whatever handed you are, right-handed, it'll go behind. If you're left-handed, it goes like this. Some people will do it the opposite way because they're really trying to take a step back and go into their real stance. Marvin Hagler did something like that. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, spinning back fist. So they're like this, and then like coming here, jab comes out. And yeah, I'm dropping the hand. You're supposed to bring it back to your face. I'm usually the taller dude, so I try to make them want to overextend. So I have a bad habit of leaving this hand down because I want them to come in like this so I could go. If the dude's taller than me, I start squaring up. So people are like this. I'm more like that. You gotta start squaring up. Anyways, so a lot of, so I'm probably even telegraphing this, right? So coming in with that jab, and then coming back out, guarding this hand. I'll be guarding my face with this. And then, so hopefully they take the bait and they're coming in. They're coming in. So when I'm coming back out, step. You're taking a risk by crossing your feet for a brief second. That's my 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. And you want to back fist with your palm out. You do it like you see people do it like this. That can work. That can also hyperextend your arm, like giving yourself an arm bar. So I would recommend you actually hammer fisting them like this with your elbow slightly bent. And I think I don't need my glasses. How you doing, Denise? And I can't read that comment. I'll be back. Johnny, I tend to go a bit more open with it, but it also fools people. Hey, what's up, John's Life? I bet you're semi-tall too. We're getting away with keeping our hands down by staying on the outside. You can pay a price for it, but you can also save the energy and have less lactic acid in your shoulders by having a hands down style. I mean, it's always say it's like this. The closer we're getting, the more I'm gonna be squared up. This is protecting my rib. This is protecting from like overhands. And this will protect me from hooks. And this will protect me from leg kicks. So sometimes I get tired of being on a bicycle, meaning like keeping moving back and trying to be like Muhammad Ali. And if I need to take a breather And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get hit somewhere. I'll just kind of take a break and be like this. Square up and shit. I forgot where I was going with that, but oh yeah, so if we're really close, I'm gonna be like that. The farther we get, I can get away with having my hands down. And you can also, so I'm really far, but I'm making myself look like I'm closer by leaning forward, putting a lot of weight on this front foot to, if I can't predict anything coming, I guess what the wrong attack that he's gonna do, I could just push off this leg and come back. Just create space. That's why cage fighting prefers a grappler, because you can't keep moving back. You're gonna get smudged up against the fence. The ring is a little bit better for strikers. But anyways, farther we get, I could get away having my hands down. Closer we get, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like that. If they kick here, that kind of scoops the hit out of the way. That's trying to prevent me from getting overhand very hard, like them coming up here. And hopefully this will deflect their hook coming from that side. So, John's Life says, if I hammer fist it, I usually have a roll of quarters in my hand. I heard about that trick. If it's on a sanctioned fight, not fighting fair, roll of quarters. Being 6'1", yeah, man, I'm barely less tall. I'm like 6'1.5 inches. Now the feds know. Now the DTA, or what's that called? The ATF knows my height and weight. I'm a lot more than 215 right now, man, and that's not a good thing. So I'm getting no chicks. Yeah, man. Nobody, if you're in the street and somebody's too confident to fight you, there's a problem. They're either a belligerent drunk and you hit them and you get a felony, or they have their homies around. Or another thing that I notice, guys, is you have two people that are trying to stab you in the hood. You have someone that brandishes. I'm trying to light. They brandish the knife, hoping that you get away, or they have it in their pocket. And they're too confident for some reason because they're trying to initiate the fight, grab you, or have you grab them, and stick. So I've seen it. I wasn't involved, but I was like, yeah. Anyways, and the dude, he accidentally cut his own arm too, which leads me to another self-defense scenario. If you get in a fight, if you have to defend yourself against a wild animal, you're most likely gonna have to go to the hospital, and this arm is gonna be mutilated. You will instinctively shove this in the bear's face, the mountain lion's mouth. You will instinctively put your forearm in their face. If you have a blade, you will go and you will accidentally gash your own arm. So try not to get in a fight with those kind of cougars. Let's see what somebody wrote. John's Life is cool. Sig Sauer, man. Dude, you're a real connoisseur. Yeah, so Venom just asked, what if they have a gun? Yeah, that's a different topic, but Sig Sauer, huh? I only know Glock and Mossberg. What if they have a gun? Well, here's the thing, boss. If they have a gun, what fucked you is the laws that don't allow you to have a gun. Look, if guns didn't exist, I would be happy because I'm generally bigger than the average human being. And I used to get in play fights with sticks and like people when I play swords as a kid, and I fucked them up, man, because I did martial art katas with that shit. And anyways, So if guns did I'm pro Second Amendment because bad guys are always going to have a gun anyway. So if there's gun laws that keep cock blocking you from owning a gun, it's not going to help anybody. All it's going to do is enable the bad guy to have a huge advantage, because bad guys, evil people, they always will have the first move, because while you're focusing on spending your daily energy on work, on the daily grind, stuck in traffic, paying bills, these homicidal meth heads have nothing better to do but to plot your demise all day long. And they hate society, and they're very jealous of people who have shit. And so gun laws only screw the protector, the defendant. They don't, Johnny says my SP 2022 is chambered in 40 S&W, 12 plus 1, smaller and light. I don't think you live in California, Mr. Johnny. Like, I kind of wish I was at where you're at, man. You can Google it. Last July, that would be July 2024, we had an active shooter. I'm pretty sure, it was very hard for me to Google it. I was 1 block away having breakfast. I'm usually at the donut shop that was right next, anyways. I'm not trying to say I'm a hero, but I do security. It would look really good on a resume if I was allowed to interdict that situation, but no. When I'm 10-7 or off duty or off of work, I have to, by California law, I have to have my firearms shoved up my ass, locked away, and you need to take your magazine, your clip for the bullets, and you need to like a grenade, throw that away and not look where you threw it. That's a California law right there. You could probably buy guns, but the guns are gonna be all inhibited. Dude, I wanted to get a Kel-Tec fucking something, and to change a magazine on it, you had to use a screwdriver. What kind of shit is that? So, I mean, that's why I'm into hunting knives, guys. That's why I'm big on hunting knives, because in California, they don't want you to stand your ground in California at all. They want you to be a victim. John's Life says, I live in Georgia. That's fucking, not Russia, right? There's a Georgia and Russia. Yeah, Georgia sounds like a red state to me, boss. Hell yeah. I'm from Ohio, but I got stuck out in California. So, but yeah, that's how shit goes in California, guys. You're not allowed to be a man. You're not allowed to defend your family. And you, even in your home, they're trying to push it to you have a duty to retreat. So from my understanding about firearms, especially California, and mostly everywhere, correct me if I'm wrong, but usually if you clap somebody, you will get arrested, you will get your car towed, you will have to hire a lawyer, you will lose work. It's just up to the lawyer and the circumstantial evidence to prove that you were in no reasonable doubt that it was justified. John's Life said, my blade choice for fighting goes between Anton Wingen Jr. Bowie or my woodsman pal from World War II. That sounds like a badass knife, World War II. My friend his grandfather had this small machete that they were using in the jungles, like in South Europe, freaking Asia, man. It looks badass. Anton Wingen Jr. Bowie. Man, is that Bowie like a Rambo Bowie, or is it like a Cold Steel, like Frontier, like like a, what's that called? Like a Jim Bowie, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm very sure, man. All I know is that Cold Steel has a Frontier Bowie. It has what's that called? 1911? No, 1911. The Frontier Bowie. God damn it! Just if you Google Cold Steel Bowies, those are fighting knives. The Bowie that I'm always showing on my channel is Top Skull Crusher. That's more for woodsmen. That's less for fighting, more for woodsmen, but it could do the job. It's like a freaking handheld hatchet, man. It's heavy. Your Bowie, Johnny, is heavier than the Cold Steel Bowie. 10-inch blade is the shit, man. Thicker blade, huh? What kind of grind? Low saber grind? You know, this is a very popular blade, and it's cheap, guys. I don't know if the tariffs of China is going to mess it up, but the Kershaw Camp 10, that blade was only 60 bucks, and it has more bite than all of my blades. It has more bite than my Tops blades. I think it's a high saber grind. I really like high saber grinds. Those things freaking bite, man. Which leads me to another topic. I was trying to Google how Gurkha soldiers used to hunt tigers with kukris, and yeah, they don't discuss the footwork at all. That'd be extremely scary situation. The only reason why I'm interested in it, if you're in a survival situation and all you had was like a blade or something, and if you got to hunt an animal, the nearest thing for bait, to use bait to hunt an animal, is yourself. And that's really scary. Johnny says, my saw again is very light with a high hollow grind. Dude, I hear hollow grind has the biggest bite. Which, anybody else watching, the Schrade, S-C-H-R-A-D-E, the Schrade Leroy, I heard is a really sharp, hollow ground Bowie knife that's very cheap, comes with a great sheath, and yeah, that's to me that'd be more of a fighting blade. It would be a good woodsman tool too, but hollow grinds have been known to break with really hard usages for chopping wood. But in my opinion, just don't twist it when you hit something with the hollow grind. Don't scoop out the blade. Let it get stuck and rock it out forward and backward, not side to side, and you won't break the blade. Oh, John's Life said, I didn't care for my Schrade Leroy until they switched to the OS 8. Oh man, you're a badass, you're a connoisseur. I only know the 10s. I only know I need high carbon steel, and which is usually like what, 1095, 1075. I think I've had a 1080, a 1066, a 1080 something. I like high carbon steel because it's easy to sharpen in the field. I couldn't sharpen D2 steel for shit. I hate D2 steel. But Johnny here's a real badass, guys. You listen to him. I'm a California boy that only has a really good spinning back kick and a good jab. That's it. We're not allowed in California. You're not allowed to defend yourself, because when you clap someone in self-defense, their grieving family is going to over yell you in court and initiate some kind of riot somewhere. So you're not allowed. You don't ever think about being a man in California. It doesn't work. So, anyways, let me show the bag. And Johnny says OS 8 is what Schrade uses for the adder. Never looked into the adder, boss. That sounds like a freaking snake. And Johnny loves it. It's good for a tool, but also for a great pokey. Yeah, I have a Condor Plan A Bowie, and that looks like it's a formidable ass fucking blade. Reason why I don't like it, it's very well balanced. I like forward heavy blades, like chop, you know. But forward heavy blades are not always good pokies, because they're sacrificing piercing ability, usually, not always, piercing ability for forward heaviness. Think of a kukri. And Johnny said it's a small knife, but it's OS 10 neck knife. I have a couple cold steel neck knives. They come in handy to hold your keys too, man. Neck knives changed my life. The only thing that pisses me off about that neck knife, it can't strike a ferro rod on the spine. Like, that would have been the perfect minimalist tool. I have a freaking cold steel, mini tack Bowie. Great neck knife, really sharp. Feather sticks like a motherfucker. Feather sticks, guys. Feather sticks are, you're shaving wood, so you have a pile a very thin tinder to light on fire to start a bigger fire for camping or survival. But I don't know why. Like if I owned a knife company, every blade, the spine would be able to strike a ferro rod. I don't know why they don't do that. So, but Johnny here's the real badass, man, because he lives in a state that actually allows you to be a man. You know, if I had little chiquitas, like if I was like married and had kids or whatever, I would be packing all the time. I'd be like, fuck the law. Like, seriously, fuck the law, man. Libertarian all the way. The kind of look, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm anti-cops. They have a really hard job. Like we all as citizens appreciate when cops are trying to convict fucking chomos and shit and getting sickos to confess. You ever seen those interrogation rooms like that? That's a hard ass job. That's badass. But acquiescing to fucking Karen to keep fucking with people who are like smoking weed or hanging out or I don't know, man. I just seen gentrification over the years. Back in the 1990s, okay, we could like hang out, smoke. I was like 13 years old, literally 13 years old, smoking weed, playing pool, and like hooking up with goth grunge chicks. And I just tried to continue that tradition with butterface cougars in my 30s. And what I noticed is, you try to hang out anywhere and chill, you have some Karen calling the cops because you're supposedly loitering. It pisses me off. I don't want to talk about it, man. Anyways, First and Second Amendment all the way. Yeah, so good for me. So, anyways, if I was this close, I'd be like this. Boom, came up, go over the arm. Starting to grapple right here. And the only takedowns I know really is, let's say I pummel inside his arm. I'm under his arm, and I'm over this one. Now I have my head to the outside. So I'm gonna pull this, or actually lift, and try to shove his shit down and clip this leg. Shove this down and clip this leg. Then what he's gonna do, he's gonna prevent me from trying to throw him like that, right? So then my head is gonna swoop under his chin. I'm gonna come this way. So it'd be like this. I'm trying to clip this, stay back, watching these, right? Trying to trip his leg. And then when he's bracing this way, underneath his chin, lift and throw. That's the only judo I know. I don't have a wrestler shoot. Got none of that shit. So yeah, Mr. Johnny's right out there, guys. If you're having a real life and you weren't like me, and had a lot of time to develop a superfluous skill, karate, your best bet for self-defense is to be strapped, be aware so you don't get clapped. I don't believe in less than lethal shit. I have less than lethal pistols. I have bear mace and shit like that. Bear mace, if the wind's blowing back, you're just gonna gas yourself. Less than lethal, if you're in a life or death situation, you're really gonna pull out a pistol that can't really maim somebody. I believe that pepper spray and less than lethal pistols, they're not gonna work on some homicidal maniac on bath salt that's been, lurking in the distant abysmal fog all night long with an unrelenting need to kill and kill again. That's just not gonna work on them. Especially with like heavy clothing. And if someone shoots the motherfucker with a less than lethal pistol, that would hurt. That would fucking hurt. But they really, if I caught some Sancho screwing my old lady and shit like that and had a less than lethal pistol, I'm walking through that and grabbing his ass. And the laws are so cucked that they're making you have to rely on shit like that. Let me read some comments. Yay. I don't think anybody else commented, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna get back to business right here. I keep accidentally changing my own channel. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, Johnny. Johnny says his Woodsman Pal is extremely forward heavy, bites really fucking deep. What's that? Okay, so Johnny said, you guys, he said his Woodsman Pal, like a friend. So keep all those things in mind, guys, if you're looking for badass blades, because obviously Johnny here is a connoisseur. I only know SC and Tops and Cold Steel. If you're on a budget, Cold Steel has, if you're on a budget and you live in a state that doesn't like firearms, or you can't really get a firearm for some reason, or it's too expensive, excuse me, I would recommend getting like a Cold Steel Trench Hawk. Remember War Hawk, like a hawk, like a bird? It's a tomahawk. I have a Cold Steel tomahawk. I love Cold Steel tomahawks. You have to be careful with the tomahawks have a spike at the end of it. So all I know about this kind of shit is if you have a tomahawk, you have to clear your whole head to execute it. Like when I'm chopping shit with my heavy knives, I could go like this, like that, right? With those tomahawks, you can't do it. The spike will go back in your face. So the give and take of a knife versus a tomahawk is, like if you have a very sharp knife, you go like, wow, 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 right? But a tomahawk is, you have to leave yourself vulnerable for a second, and the shit coming back down after it is horrifically powerful. Horrifically. Not only is it so powerful, if they block or if they have a hand out to stab you, the fucking tomahawk will grip and rip their arm straight out of the way. It's a brutal fucking weapon, man. But the Cold Steel machetes and freaking tomahawks and stuff, they're very fucking cheap. Cold Steel is very expensive with pocket knives, and they're very good pocket knives. But Cold Steel is stupid fucking reliable, really reliable, and meaning they don't really break easy. And their machetes and their the Trench Hawk, the Trench Hawk and the War Hawk, if you excessive use will break those off. I can make a video how to make them stronger. It's just like electrical tape and Gorilla Glue around where it will break. But the Cold Steel Recon, like reconnaissance, Recon Hawk, I haven't owned it, but that looks like a very good tool, and it's full tang. Recon Hawk. Cold Steel makes a shitload of cheap machetes and shit like that. They make fucking warrior shit. They make a fucking katana and stuff. But let's see, nobody else is commenting, so I'll showcase some more kicks or whatever. So, yeah, so I'm back here. Boom, boom. So trying to close some distance. I have been countered doing that. I have been countered, like, seriously. I turned to do the kick and the guy front kicked me in midair, and I literally went, you ever played Mario Brothers on Nintendo 64? I went to go do that kick, I got kicked in the back, and I was like, yahoo! Like when Mario fucking does a long jump, that really happened to me, and I landed on my feet. Landed on my feet, but all that takes energy. All that like, whoa, and then I stop, you know, so I don't fall down. That shit all adds up. Lactic acid in your legs. I didn't watch, what's his name, Logan Paul. When Logan Paul was fighting, I think Floyd Mayweather or some shit. You see Logan Paul with his hands straight down. It's because his shoulders are tired. Anyways, I hope Floyd Mayweather whooped his ass. Oh, what do you guys think about that fucking fraud that Jake Paul's trying to say he legitly beat Mike Tyson? Now I don't feel bad about missing that fight. That's such bullshit. For real. So, I'm just throwing light jabs. Like, this is really bad habits. If you try to hit somebody, like that with your hands straight down, that close, you're getting fucking hit bad. But what? So these are arm punches. Now I'm gonna use some hit behind it. It rocked it a lot more. Another combo that I barely learned late in my little stint was jab, push down their other jab. Jab, they're coming with a jab back. Jab, push that down, boom, back. Jab, parry, boom. And preferably, see my shoulders, boom. I come here, and then I come back. So if you're a square stander, your jab is really like a lead cross. See everything twisted, but I'm very bladed, so I use this back foot like a fencer sword, like a fencer sword. So boom here, snuck that in. Was no telegraph and shit like that, you know. Back here all loose, and then getting the fuck offline. Another little tidbit that just came to my mind. So if you're fighting me and you don't know what to do yet, you don't have a game plan, just circle away from this hand. If you keep going that way, I can't hit you. So if the guy was like this, I would just start going this ways. Catch my breath, stay far away, catch my breath. You want to learn how to move side to side. Generally, you never go back 3 times. You're gonna go back maybe twice and cut an angle so you don't get cornered. Back twice, cut an angle. What the fuck else is I gonna say about that? Cutting angles. Oh yeah, another little cheat code with all this shit is if you're old like me and you played the video game Star Fox, it's a pilot game, like your fighter pilot. The handles, you go down to go up, and you go down to go up, and up to go down. So watch again. So what the hell was it again? Like you go down to go up, and you pull forward to go down. What I'm trying to get to is your back foot pushes you forward, your front foot pushes you back. Your back foot will push you to the side. And to do this little number, to do that little number, think of switching your stance. Think of like this, but this way, that way. That looked like shit, but so anyways. It's your back foot. You can step first and then just bring it. That takes if someone was really close to me and they're coming at me, I'm not gonna go like that. I'm just gonna, oh shit, they're already in range. See, I went off my back foot. Anyways. What the fuck else is I gonna do? Oh yeah, back kick time. I did that kind of lazy and half-ass. I'd probably get more power if I ki. Wasn't that? Then if I'm getting away with doing that shit and they keep blocking low, I will eventually come up, boom, swing it to their head. But that's what you call perishable skill. I would, every time I did huge jumping spinning kicks, I would be a dick and I would fall on purpose. The reason you don't do that in a real fight or MMA, but in striking only, kickboxing, they have to reset the match. Not like the timer, they don't reset the timer, but the opponent, he's not allowed to kick or stomp on the ground. So oh shit, I'm in trouble. Woo, woo, like that. And I would just fucking fall down and milk the clock and take a long time getting up. It's a dick move. And a smart referee or smart judges will probably eventually penalize you for that, you know? It's technically turning your back and running away. But that's another little cheat code. So anyways, yeah, people who say MMA is so much superior than karate or taekwondo. One, MMA is all martial arts combined, but there's all these fucking LARPers and what's that called? God dang it, spectators and freaking supposed armchair coaches, MMA sycophants trying to say karate and taekwondo doesn't work. Dude, tell that to like Superfoot Bill Wallace, Joe Louis spelled Lewis, Benny the Jet Rodriguez or something. American kickboxing is basically fucking American karate, guys. And they do pretty good against Muay Thai dudes. Muay Thai is a very powerful style. They telegraph their kick. They stand really square, they take a huge step. I mean, that was pretty hard, but you could see that coming a mile away. See that again. So, yeah. I mean, like, Christmas and the Rapture just went by the time I executed that move. If I was gonna kick someone in the leg like that, I would clear this leg. I would keep coming over here and then kind of reset, see what they do. Come in here, I got a jab, come back out, try to come through here on this side, see what they're gonna do. So they used to be going that side. So I'm gonna step outside that left leg and go. I quit throwing that kick. One time I have a funny ass story about that kick, the last time I tried that kick. So one, I was so tired, I put so much power into it. Boom, right? When you throw a lot of power into something, it leaves you open. Because I wasn't like, and things just got out. I was like, boom, but like this, right? Like that, a round kick. So I nailed it. It took me 2 minutes to set it up. Exhausted, fucking exhausted. So, boom, I landed that kick, right? It didn't matter, this was in the way. The guy ate it and went doosh, doosh. And I got fucking 1-2, dude. So I quit. The funny story about that event was, I had to spar a really scary dude that day. Tattoos on his face, fucking on steroids, pro fighter, all this other shit. And I was really nervous and all humble and all religious. Then I heard through the grapevine, I heard on someone calling him on a phone that he wasn't coming because he was stuck in traffic or he was late from getting back in town after work. People who work in San Diego, when they're driving back to, normal California, this is the Inland Empire, Orange County, whatever. San Diego, Orange County too, whatever. It takes years. It takes freaking years, that traffic. So, I was all, oh, he's not coming. So I started getting all confident with myself and showing off, doing these fucking kicks and shit. So I was getting the attention of like chicks and other fucking bullshit, right? And I was all like being like honorary coach, like, yeah, young blood, you just want to twist and snap your shit. I'm badass, look at me. So I was all happy with myself and all confident and trying to be a fucking alpha male and shit. And guess what happened? The guy showed the fuck up, dude. He showed up and I got kicked in the leg so much that I couldn't go to work the next day. It was a good thing that the temp agency didn't call me to go to work that day. I wouldn't have been able to work anyways. Let's see if anybody commented. I mean, I'm fucking lazy, guys. Nobody else commented. I'm pretty fucking lazy. This is training to me now, but all right, guys, keep on rocking in the free world, and I gotta go. Nobody's commenting, nobody's watching.